Welcome to the elimination match of Group 4 in the Wisdom of Thoth tournament. $1,000 on the line in the total. Thus far, can be still increased by the community. Should you wish to do so, check out our donation page about that. Yoshi is going to be playing in the blue color here as Loki. Definitely wants to win this if he wants to make it to the top 16. That's the stakes. On the other side, we have got OdinKing playing as Kronos. One could say that he seems like he's being clever in the process, not playing Odin, deceiving his opponents. Can he make it into the top 16 or will Yoshi block him? We're about to find out. He is not sending anything to docks, which is super interesting. Yoshi already has a dock, of course. OdinKing going full land, and I assume that this is going to be a 5-citizen Kronos rush. Absolutely bonkers. We've seen this a bunch of times from the Kronos players. Is Anatolia going to be maybe a more suitable map for this? Because people like to advance a little later than they do on, let's say, Mediterranean. So, technically speaking, you should be a little bit defenseless in comparison. Yoshi is making fishing ships, and he should very easily be able to just rely on the one dock to get as many as 9 ships out. Spy is going to be used on the Oracle, and there's the deconstruct. The Ovsark wasn't exactly nearby, so, or Skraeling. It wasn't nearby. The house is being made very far away from the dock and has to go all the way back. I wonder if it would be a good play to place the house right next to the dock and just stick around there. Anatolia comes with 2 relics. We've got the Harter's Folly, a little bit of scout line of sight. And we've got the Scales of Catoblepas, so probably the most irrelevant relics that you could possibly have on this map. Let's never talk about them again. Oh, so that's going to build this back. Fishing ship is almost full, but it's not going to be idle for long. The damage really done is regarding no other fishing ships having been made in this whole period of time. Meanwhile, our Kronos player is probably already advancing through Prometheus. There it is. It's going to be a 340 advance time, and he's already splitting up his workers to go to the wood. Only one staying on the food, because that's all you really need to keep producing any additional citizens. And the rest will be put into Prometheus and Herma. I can't believe it.
Yoshi?
I mean, it's all known now, the spy. OdinKing. You're figured out, dude. Oh no. Like, okay. That's such a big issue. That's such a big issue. This Oracle should have been kept moving the whole time so that it doesn't share the big line of sight with the Loki player. Look at this. Ah! I didn't mean to do that. Not that. Fog of War. He knows. Yoshi knows just fine. Valor is being used immediately on these guys, and the Promethean is in, also whacking the dock. Additional Promethean coming through. Yoshi only now finished his temple. We're not yet going to see OdinKing put down a counter barracks apparently, but I'm sure it's coming soon. No second dock for Yoshi, so his ships are going to go idle soon. And he's going to have to figure out how to make use of them down the line. There is a dock from our Atlantean player, knowing that additional fishing ships will benefit him a lot in the long run. At least one side of the water is completely rushed down by Kronos. So maybe even the temple can be threatened by OdinKing right now. He does have an additional cast of deconstruct soon. Don't know when. We're about to find out. It's got a 4-minute cooldown. So in fact, it should be soon. Slapping down the house. And Yoshi's already prepared to make an additional temple. That's amazing. So the additional houses will be put right around the TC, knowing that you don't really need farming space on Anatolia, as the fishing is more than effective enough. The Byreme will be rushing down the fishing ships. And Yoshi will be using Healing Spring in the main, which will be very useful for all these villagers. There's not much more happening on the land, however. So OdinKing really just wanted to get rid of the dock, and this one Byreme will clean up, but then Yoshi is just using the other side of the water, happy with the 50-50, having a bigger economy at home. He's upgraded the tower, and now Prometheans are being picked off. The spy has been killed as well. Never trust the trader. Pumping Murmillo now is OdinKing. He's got a pretty good amount of fishing as well. Crazy amount of docks. Yoshi is just making them on every fishing spot to minimize the walking time. Or sailing time. Which is fair enough, as you can see it's quite long. Gonna disengage from here. Oh, the troll is basically a free pick-off if he wants to go for it. Seems to me that Yoshi definitely has to go into the heroic age to properly set himself up for a bigger attack. What's going on with these gatherers? Chopping that random tree off. Alright, here come the Murmillo. Those are going to be so important to fight against the hearse here. We've got a bunch of Byremes coming up. Yoshi has 66 population versus OdinKing 72. So all things considered, it's pretty equal. It's a long Murmillo. Yoshi must be looking for some faster heroic timing here. He's not saving up a lot of resources and he's still producing hearse here, but there's no longhouse, so it's just the one temple pumping the hearse here. Plus these longboats are fighting off the Byremes, hoping to build up their number enough to protect the dock, I assume. Hearse here absolutely slapping the Prometheans though, like that's not even a close matchup. The Byremes are trying to dive the hearse here and they do pick one off. But as long as the longboats will be helping out against this land attack, everything's gonna be just fine. In fact, Yoshi can very easily remake this dock. He's even saved the Ulfsark in the longboat. Carrying it around there. Yeah, the ships are more than sufficient to defend. 2 docks will be made, in fact. But now OdinKing looking for a little bit of a counter-attack. With 9 Murmillos here, as well as 4 Promethean offspring, can definitely tear down the dock. Even before Yoshi gets to react. Just tear it down and move on, but it's not that much damage in the end if you really think about it. It's not like those fishing ships go idle. They just have to sail a bit further. So 100 wood of damage basically. 120, sorry. Oh, Yoshi is still gathering here with the fishing ship. That's amazing. It's got 25 food in it. Totally worth disrupting the fishing ships as well. Surprised to see OdinKing not making a dock here and here. Now the naval battle continues. It's not that many Byremes and they're running into the longboats again. The dock gonna help out the longboats. And once again, here's Yoshi to help on land as well. He's got this under control, I feel like. Sure, the Murmillo are looking for some damage here. But I think Yoshi is almost in heroic by now. Having had some pretty good macro down the line. And OdinKing's super far away from it, in fact. Once again, the longboats are kicking the bireams back to where they came from. 7 pierce DPS versus 5, and that's per projectile. Like, these guys launch 3 projectiles. Right, so the archer ships are actually insane stat-wise in the classical age. And they're only 2 pop, so super efficient unit. Very powerful. Downside is it's limited to the sea. But for the Norse, it also acts as a transport. So you never need to make the real transport ships. You can just use these. Not that you really need that on Anatolia. Yoshi is attacking the dock directly. That's not what you want. Hopefully he realized. He did. Still should pull back, I think. Tempo is going to be forwarded here with a time shift. I don't know about this. That's high risk. Njord has been picked up. So let's see what Yoshi does with that. Definitely some trees around here. And the trees are angry. Oh, he's gonna knock OdinKing out of here with the trees. Interesting. And of course the Kraken spawns up top because that's the most recent spot. So the Kraken will be doing a lot of damage to these ships, no doubt. 800 hit points on this thing, 69% armor. That's actually 70% armor. It's just a UI issue. One dock's already gone. The Pines can take a beating. It's even got the dragon ship. Now bear in mind, the bireams can easily dodge that, but they also have the Kraken to deal with, so running around, not the most helpful thing right now. Another insta-kill, pulls it into the deeps. And the dock will be eventually taken down, leaving OdinKing with nothing but the handful of ships he already has. In fact, I think the Kraken alone would have been enough to deal with this. Yoshi can stop making military ships now. Behemoth spawns right on top of the house. Bear in mind the Norse houses are weak. There is a mountain giant here. But it's straighted. Oh boy. He's about to go clubbing. TC does a lot of damage to mountain giants, however. But the Behemoth and the giant, I think they can hold. Maybe OdinKing can also grab the healing spring now. The kitchen knives are coming in to get the Behemoth. Murmillo trying to take down the trees, but I'm not sure they'll succeed in doing so. That's definitely enough Behemoths though to tear down this base. Yoshi, however, has a bunch of Hersiers out, so they'll take down the Myth units. And it's not like he's in any particular trouble. He's got another TC coming up in the back. He's taken over the entirety of the sea here. He's made a Kraken in the bottom. He's got Infinity Favor, so he can make more Krakens with all the excess food that he has. He can go Mythic. He has got that many resources right now. And Yoshi's still going. He is still going. He's getting another TC at the same time, knowing that the villagers will just very nicely gather resources at the same time. All these Myth units are toast. And the moment these TCs complete, more Myth units will pop out of the docks. I think Yoshi has already deleted his Kraken up here. Okay, this isn't gonna do anything, but destroy some manors maybe. That's the best case. He just spawned in a mountain giant. Get out. No way. That's so fortunate. Might be able to take down the military barracks then. With some luck. Nah, he's gonna refocus himself now, knowing that the trees are about to drop. 4 Hersier more than capable of fighting off 4 medium Murmillo. And there's the TC. There's the Kraken. Should be able to wreak havoc among those fishing ships. It's a chunky boy. OdinKing going to tap out, knowing that Yoshi now has 3 town centers soon. And that is going to be that for the Anatolia game. Yoshi now up 1-0. One step closer to the top 16. Very nicely done. Crazy game. Seems to me Yoshi wants to show OdinKing who's the king of Odin. Interesting. OdinKing goes Zeus. So welcome to Blue Lagoon. Pretty balanced map it would seem in terms of gold, in terms of TCs. It's essentially mirrored. There's just no second pond available right now. Yoshi does have a lot of gold mines on his side, so maybe not balanced in that regard. But it's also not that far off for our Zeus player. There's definitely enough with these 3 gold mines, 4 gold mines already, for the trade to be established. In the later stages, should it come to that. Looks like Yoshi used his great hunt on the giraffes, so there's already 5 of them in the main base here, as opposed to just the 3 that OdinKing has. Question in chat, what was the first game? It was a Kronos versus Loki on Anatolia. Very crazy 5 villager Kronos rush from OdinKing there. But Yoshi just too strong to fall for it. Did a lot of damage though. Idling tons of fishing ships. Interesting strat. Let's see what the man can do as Zeus, however. I technically have been liking Odin a lot in this matchup. Like, you do a semi-fast heroic, you get up a fortress as soon as you can on that second gold mine. You have a lot of throwing axe and raiding cav. You add in the Huskarl, Frost Giants. Once you build up your army, you go across the map, make the Zeus fight defense, and freeze the whole shebang. Army and villagers alike. That's devastating. Hell, it's pretty bad if your army gets frozen itself and kind of massacred by the Norse army in the process, but also catching the villagers is just brutal. So Yoshi making a super defensive temple right on top of his own TC. That will block farming space in the future, but he can always just use the other TC for it, and, you know, a mix of the two. You don't need that many farms, especially Odin usually likes to go for Skadi. And those winter harvest farming typically means that you don't really need 20 farms or whatever, so 20 farms is more than enough. Bit winter harvest now. Temple getting 2 villagers on it to build. Don't tell me that Zebra is gonna run out before. That would be crazy. But no, OdinKing calculated it. Not. Jesus, dude. He has to cancel the villager. Pretty sure that villager is meant to finish, but he's going rushy this time. There's hunting dogs. And you can get some pretty quick centaurs going with this. Technically, to really be quick, you need 3 villagers on favor, however. So a little bit concerned about that OdinKing won't be able to upgrade the centaurs. But then again, what of Odin's is going to threaten this anyway? Probably not much. The Herstiers are 4.2 speed, so Odin, what they need to do usually is wall up a little and push away the centaurs with the Valkyrie. And Freya's almost done, so we should see an instant forest fire there. Forcing away the villagers. Making OdinKing probably unable to research the centaur upgrade, considering he probably made Odysseus. No Odysseus! So that's pretty painful. Now he can make a second centaur just about. I think he's much more interested in making Odysseus first off. Both can be used on the Valkyrie. It's probably the best use case. But Yoshi's Herseers, as Odin, are already out here, ready to hit the hunt, forcing them to retreat. I don't think they'll fight this. That would be crazy if they fight this. Oh my god. They're actually going for it, dude. I really don't know about this one. Sure, Odysseus is here to help. But the centaur has died on the counterattack somehow. What? So there's absolutely nothing that Jason can do here. Yoshi just needs to pull back the Skraeling, which will then heal up. And our Odin player is in more than a comfortable enough position here. Hand-axe research for OdinKing. He's got 10 villagers now on favor, but he's got 0 centaurs. And he still needs to get the upgrade, which is going to be expensive. The relics are the Staff of Dionysus, as well as Grugnir, Odin's Spear. So that's a little bit of food gathering, food carrying limit added to villagers, as well as the other one is infantry damage, core infantry, that's like hoplites and Wolfsarks. Could be nice for Odin, but we are not actually going for Wolfsarks here as Yoshi. It's throwing axe Herseer and potentially a bunch of raiding cav later. Like raiding cav with thundering hoofs from Freya could actually catch centaurs down the line. They are faster. Right, so you have enough of them, you chase those centaurs down and surround them. Can be pretty strong. Right, one villager kill coming through. But Yoshi is super heavily committing to Herseer throwing axemen, like he's playing Loki or something. Centaur gets another kill. There's the Sylvan lore upgrade coming through. It's a polemarch now. Faster, stronger. Much faster. It's the most important part. Anyway, the villagers are getting pushed off hunt once again. And Jason's gonna be pummeled into submission here. Our Yoshi gamer is going to wall this off. He can kill the remaining giraffes as well, actually. Or bring his own villagers over to hunt. That would be something. There's so much hunt here forward on Blue Lagoon, right? So definitely can get the benefits out of that. There's 2 centaurs on the map. And hoplites are not the answer. No. There's so many throwing axes. It's not the way. Against this, you right now need Toxotes. You can add a bunch of cav if you really want, but hoplites seems too risky to me. Centaurs are already kinda your archers, so I would say cavalry is the priority right now. Now, as you see, centaurs are gonna be really good at dodging the shots of the throwing axemen. And picking them off at every opportunity. Takes just 2 shots. At least with the special attack. The villagers are once again moving out. Going for the elephants, but it's gonna be spotted by the raven immediately. And Yoshi himself pushing out a little bit. Nowhere near the heroic cage. But neither is OdinKing. He's actually on 0 resources. Can't make the hoplites. If he could make the hoplites, he'd be stuck on the production at home on the TC. Elephants getting hunted here as well. Greek player only now starting. Actually, those elephants could pick off a Greek villager fairly easily, especially that weak one. Oh boy. OdinKing better micro this. Oh, 2 hit points and 8 hit points. If our Yoshi gamer hits this, that would hurt a lot. Centaurs end up running into heroes. That hurts a lot too. Another hit goes through. Oh, very damaging for sure. OdinKing just on 53 population. Yoshi on 100. Let that sink in. Throwing Axeman starting on TC. As Yoshi knows he's about to max out. Good job garrisoning into the tower as well and the TC. Perfect split on the villager numbers. 5 is the capacity of the tower, so he's filled that almost immediately. Sadly for Yoshi, the walls aren't up, so the centaurs still get to escape. But with the TC done, seems that he's more than capable of defending himself. Then there's the other elephant. Another centaur goes down actually. OdinKing not really able to build up those numbers that he needs. And he's got 16 idle villagers. Oh, very painful. 5 villagers switching into the temple. Wonder what the plan is there. I mean, he doesn't need that many. 3 of them are enough. Another centaur will die. You know, once you reach like 5 or 6 centaurs, you kind of want to stop anyway and make other units. It will become increasingly difficult to make them pay for themselves. And it looks like that elephant has to be forfeit as well. Another centaur goes down. Oh my goodness, 2 villagers going down. Jason isn't safe. So many dead villagers. He's very insistent on gathering more. And Odin hunters are going forward. There are 2 rhinos here. Long else is being made up front. Throwing Axemen doing what they can to get rid of the hoplites. Now the villagers have to run. I can't believe Yoshi actually didn't go for them. Still, OdinKing is in trouble overall. Now that Yoshi is making 2 villagers at a time, he's got 1,000 gold in the bank. And absolutely no fear of running out of food either. Look at that. Look at that massive drop, how quickly that came in. These villagers gather super fast, bear in mind, thanks to their Odin hunting bonus. 1.28 hunt gather rate. As well as the Greek villagers get 1.11. So, pretty big difference there. Yoshi was almost ready just now to go to heroic. If he picks off just a little bit more, dropping these resources from the piggies, for example, that should be enough, maybe. Or swap to dwarf production a little. Stop the hearse here. And you'll be able to jump heroic. Like the addition of the Toxotes, we're probably gonna see a ceasefire here. As our Zeus player needs every second he can possibly buy at this point. He still does have that ceasefire. Yeah, not a shocker whatsoever. Yoshi is going to take his chances, however, and wall this in. Not sure the villagers get to easily escape from here at all. In fact, Yoshi is gonna go heroic himself. Soon. Where's the armory, dude? Oh, it's a little late. Well, it gives him time to research some upgrades, I suppose. Like, I'm not sure he has got pickaxe yet, so that would be nice to get. The Greek villagers should be able to escape by cutting through the trees. That's one way to do it. This is a good opportunity for Yoshi to also upgrade the armory stuff. OdinKing on 70 population only, Yoshi on 130. Yeah, Yoshi should also definitely send back like 2 or 3 hearse here to just pick up that additional town center. The full wall in. The full hearse here throwing X Odin. So strange, but it's kind of working. It's kind of working. The Toxodis are just not high enough in number yet to fully beat this back, but they're very efficient at doing this. Copper shields, pickaxe, and husbandry are through. But this is not the kind of fight that Odin wants to take. You really have to respect the Toxodis. With all your slow units, every hit will go through. The Centaurs are trying to do some damage, but that one Hershey was able to protect everything. Frost goes through, and with that, OdinKing is going to resign. Yoshi just established his dominance and moves on to the round of 16. Looking really forward to seeing what he can do there. Good play overall, and maybe he can move even further than that. We shall see. We want to thank our MetaPlace website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep the project sustainable. As we reach higher subscription goals, you are helping us cover more and more behind the scenes costs, such as video editing. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.